What's up, guys? How are you doing? My name is Joel, and I'm here with my buddy
H. Jones.
And you're on another Mix It Up podcast. Now, I know you're probably like, Joel, I've seen a few of your episodes before. It was bright and colorful and shiny and happy. It's not right now. We're in the transition of, I don't know, looking like
just transition.
We're homeless. We found a blank table and we put equipment on it. And now we're going to, that's what it kind of looks like now with the wiggly mics. No. Well, when we get on actual solid floor that isn't carpet, it'll help. And then we're going to get some dampening and probably get another table on here, like attached to it and solidify it up and put some shock absorbers. So that doesn't happen. But until that time, we're going to be just under construction. So deal with it. Today, we're going to be checking out Jimin, but we're going to do Like Crazy. We had some requests for that. So we're going to check it out. This is on YouTube. So I apologize if a commercial pops in and annoys you. I don't think it's going to, but it could very well.
Probably will.
Just saw Danny DeVito sawing a piece of wood. So who knows? Yeah. We're going to be checking out Jimin Like Crazy. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And if you want to support the channel, which we are happy if you want to support the channel, you can join us, be a part of the regalia, become a badass, or just be awesome. And sign up for one of the tiers where you can support us monthly.
Sign up for all the tiers. Just use another email and sign up for that one too.
Don't do that. Just don't do that. No one will do that because no one's stupid. But still, don't listen to him. Join all the tiers, buy 7 hoodies. Give Christmas gifts to people. Give your mother 2 hoodies.
There you
the same
go.
one.
There you go.
In different sizes for winter and summer. Hey, you never know. That might actually be a good idea. I gain like 5 to 10 pounds every 2 minutes. But yeah, so we're going to be checking this out. And let's check it out. We just checked out Set Me Free Part 2. So
Just set me free. Wow.
big hit.
Stop shaking my mic, man.
Sorry, man. Get off the table. Sure.
I'm afraid that everything will disappear.
Just trust me. She's saying, baby, 생각하지 마. There's not a bad thing here tonight.
What?
Baby, 떠나도 좋아. 있어 전에까지만. Watch me go. 날 적셔 밤새도록. Away. 아침도 취했어 오지 않게. 시키던 음악 속에 희미해진다. 드라마 같은 뻔한 스토리 익숙해져가. 내가 알던 나를 찾기 멀리 온 것 같게. I know, you know, I know. I'd rather be lost in the light, lost in the light. I'm out of my mind. 이 밤에 귀를 잡아줘. 매일 밤 이
Okay. I already know what I'm going to say. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm trying to figure out the exact interpretation that I'm thinking of it. And
what I think.
I had one and then it changed.
It's another song that you can take a multitude of different ways. But what I think it is, because I know for a fact that a bunch of people are going to be like, oh, that's about having a dirty good night, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, not really. I mean, it can be taken that way. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I felt the first half of the song, and then like the last 30 seconds.
But I think it's more or less more like you want to have the best time. This is a moment in your life, a moment in existence. You see someone and it's like love at first sight. And you're like, oh, we're going to have a great time. It's going to be an amazing time. And about halfway through the song, you're like, oh, this might end bad. She's going to break me. Like, that's kind of the whole thing is like, I'm falling for this woman. Like in one night, I went from just that connection, that chemical reaction to, oh, this woman's going to be trouble. Oh, she's going to break me. Oh, she's going to break my heart. I'm not going to survive this, you know? So, and then begging, please don't break me, because I have met women where I've been like that type of attraction. And then it's been like, oh, she's going to ruin me. Like you just have that feeling like I'm going to feel emotions. Like this is what's happening. She's going to make me feel for her. And then she's going to be like, I had fun. Bye. And then like, I'm going to be,
this is going to be you the whole
your
day.
heart's just going to go,
come on. What? She's not responding. She's not responding.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. I've texted you 10 times.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I love you.
I just want to hope you're okay.
But yeah, I think that's more, which I have to say this. I've never really had a good track record with loving 80s music. I just don't. Many people have tried to get me into it. I've heard every freaking song that's ever been made in the 80s. I've just been like, yeah, I don't really like it. Like the only thing I really liked from it was like horror theme music and stuff. Like that always was cool to me. And it's the same stuff that still gets used in like American Horror Story 1984. Like that one, like all the music in that is, you know, it's very Tron-like.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that was. That was like a perfect way of blending modern with like 80s trap techno R&B. Like that's what I would describe that music styling. But and the vocals, of course, modern, because no one in the 80s sang like that. No one. But yeah, falsetto control, always masterful. Always masterful.
And of course, the sets that were moving. Like,
yeah, that was so super trippy. Even that grody bathroom, like I know it wasn't grody. It was just that time, 70s and 80s, loved yellowish tile in a bathroom. Never understood that aspect. It's like, hey, we don't have to clean as much if it's made to look like urine already exists
that was
everywhere.
The whole thought process.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
It's always clean.
And a lot of people say, oh no, it's because people smoked and it tarnished the tile. No, I have literally seen people build a 1970s era bath. We got the original 19 yellowish tile. And I'm like, how are you going to put that around urinals? That's so gross. Well, you can't tell people peeing on the floor. Yeah. Disgusting.
It's always clean.
Animals. I feel bad for the person who had to clean those bathrooms. And it's like, you didn't clean in there. I really did. It still looks like pee. I swear to God, I bleached the whole thing. Well, do it again. No. Yeah.
Oh, flashbacks of me getting grounded.
Seriously. Not even funny. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of 60s and 70s loved yellows and greens. And I was like,
and browns. Don't forget about the browns.
Well, browns was even popular in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, because wood was the only way to make it.
I'm talking about the brown carpet.
Oh, yeah, the shag carpet. Yeah. That was like burnt orange, brown. And I remember if you went over to someone's house, like grandmother's or something like that, and you're like, oh. Like, you know, you've got half a cat in there, right? It's like molded on the floor. It's like you can pull up fur. Can't even use them. And the vacuums back then were not strong.
Yeah, at all.
So that stayed there as a permanent layer if you had pets. So gross.
Thankfully, we got rid of that.
Yeah. Shag carpet's still used in those rugs, but you can take the rugs out and beat them and get crap out of them. Which
the whole rug in the wash.
Having carpet like that is like, hey, check it out. My floor has hair. Because that's what it was. It was hair.
It's a toupee for a house.
It was like you could be like, oh no, a crumb's rolling off my plate. And then it's multiplied into like thousands of crumbs and the hair traps it and keeps it forever. Why do you have rats? Because we have food trapped in our. Yeah, those were gross carpets. They're comfortable, but not sanitary at all. Because a vacuum back then was like that's the strength of a vacuum sucking. It was like none. Now it's Sorry, that was a weird tangent we went on. Okay,
that just means you need to vacuum.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
The 80s the 80s style actually worked for it. It did sound like the soundtrack to like a horror movie or TV show, which I really love that he turned it so beautifully, even though it could have been a lot darker of a song. But I like the locations and the art direction they chose for it. The cool thing about that bathroom coming to pieces was so awesome. I know they had to have it on tracks, like the walls and the floors and everything on tracks. Maybe the floor was stationary, but like,
it was just, they pulled it apart. It was just a platform,
but it was trippy and it looked so good. And you couldn't see anything in between it. So they had to have masked out each frame because there's no way they're not seeing some guy going, he's all dressed in black, but his head, because you have to see.
Yeah. Rotate. Got it.
Yeah. Rotate, move. Tommy, I swear if you trip over that cord again, I'm going to punch you in the throat. Go back to one. And you see some guy in the back of the room at Crafts just eating sandwiches and stuff. James, what are you doing? Yeah, that's fun. No, they did a good job. No, I really like the video. I like the art direction. I like the song, the purpose of it, the meaning of it. It's not just a love song. No, it's a more honest love song. Because if you're starting to fall for somebody, that is one of your greatest fears is like, I'm falling for this person. I really want to be with this person. This person could hurt me. This person, I'm vulnerable. This person has an open floor to wound me if need be.
I think that's what ended up happening because you notice in the video when they're doing the, is that the infrared? Where they're showing the heat of the body, is that infrared?
No, thermal vision.
So they're doing the thermal, and then at the very end of them doing that the first time, you see there's a girl that's like looking at him and she puts her phone down and walks away.
Yeah.
I want to say that was the same girl later where he's back in there, they're doing the thermal and you see her like walking, like leaving.
Oh.
So I think that actually ends up happening because then at the end, you know, when he lays his head down, it's kind of like the moment of being depressed and he just like, what's the point? So I think it actually happened.
Makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Because when he was singing and everyone's dancing and partying, the whole time I was like, why is he not showing any emotion? And he's just kind of like isolated in a crowd.
Yeah.
But that could be where they're, it's one of those, he's vulnerable, he's falling for, and then
the title is Like Crazy.
Well, yeah.
So maybe that's what it is love can sometimes make you feel like you're crazy.
Yeah.
So
I think is also just isolating that moment, isolating that.
Yeah,
feeling.
that feeling, that moment in that point in time, because it always feels like it's going to last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always feel like, oh, this is going to suck. So long, this is going to suck. And what's funny is like a lot of people will get offended or they'll get weirded out because it's like, you're like the first week is like, oh man, I'm sorry this happened, bud. And like the next month, it's like, oh man, you're still hurting. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. But after a month and a half, most people are like, okay, man, you dated for 3 weeks. What is the big deal? Calm down. You got to move on. Come on, man. Jump back, pop back. And the people that last longer in that, where it's like a year later and they're still talking about it, I'm like, at that point, it's like, oh man, yeah, they broke you. It's going to be hard to come back from that. If you're still having an issue after a breakup, and I don't care how long you were with them. If you were with them 25 years and they died, that'd be a different story. But if you were with them for like a year and a half, 6 months, 2 years even, and you're young and they break up with you, it's not the end of the world. You're going to meet so many other people. When you hit my age, it'll be a different story. Then you're going to be like, oh, that dating pool is a lot thinner than it used to be. And I love how people are like, I can't believe that guy started dating younger women. You know why? Because there's no one our age.
They're all married with kids.
They're all married, divorced, and angry, or career oriented and don't want anything to do with you. I mean, that's kind of how it works. And you have to date younger morons, which you don't want to. But what else are you going to do? Date someone going through a divorce? Oh, my goodness. That is such a bad idea. Because I've done it many times. It doesn't end well. Because eventually they're like, I want to be free. We'll be free. I want to be free from all men. And I'm like, okay. Well, then do that. Oh, you're just like the rest. You said you wanted it. It happens all the time. It's weird. Dating is so odd. And in this day and age, it's not any better. It's just as weird. You guys are weird. Because we have 81% female watching us. So females, I love you. But men are dumb. We know that. Men are purely dumb.
We're just simple.
No.
We're just really simple.
No. There's some complicated stuff. Men are the ones that end up killing women. So they're complicated. They're not that simple. It's like, hey, you having a good day? No, I don't want to talk to you right now. You bitch! Like those sociopaths, that's fairly complicated. That's not simple. Okay. That's a complicated emotion to go from literally like, I'm having a bad day. I'm going to go home, smack my wife around. Yeah, that's a sociopath and a psychopath. It's not simple.
I wasn't talking about those guys.
Well, even normal men. I'm going to be honest. Women and men, y'all aren't that different. It's a 50-50 shot. Like, I've known women who are cutthroat, logical, mean streak, just badasses, right? Who are just strong as hell, smart as hell, funny as hell. I've known men to be whiny, fucking complaining little girls.
Yeah, there's some of those.
It's a 50-50 shot. I don't want to. It's funny when people say stuff like, it's like, where have all the real men gone? Well, no, it's 50-50. The ones that are good, they're married. The ones that aren't are like the same women are. They're either blah, 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 or blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. Or they're whiny sociopaths, or they're crazy, or they're lazy and act like kids still, which there's a lot of them. Yay! So don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when new things are coming out. And if you could support the channel and, check us out on Fourth Wall. The link is above my head, I think, this time. Oh, I get to be on this side. Yay! No link above your head.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do one of them. Go ahead.
I don't remember which one is which, but I'm going to go.
That's just the intro.
Oh, that's the intro. Okay, we'll go way up here.
That's the other intro.
That's the other intro. Well, hell. That's nothing. Come on.
How lucky am I? There you go.
And then I give you an applause.
There you go. Good job, H. Anyways, so
that sucked.
That's all from me and Mr. Buttons.
Retired already.
Go and do something nice for somebody, this week. Just go do something nice. I don't know. Make a phone call to your grandparents or parents or friends or best friend or whatever. Tell them you love them and you cherish them and you care about them and you hope they're doing really good. Just do something nice.